Welcome to Scratch Coders. Today we are going to build a premium streaming platform for movies and dramas using ReactJS and a backend with Firebase and hosting. And we are going to use style components, which is a new and modern method to use CSS from JavaScript. And we are going to use Redux to maintain the state. So what are we going to learn today? What is ReactJS? What is Redux? And what are we going to add to make that premium streaming platform? And how to apply to make a platform? So first, what is ReactJS? ReactJS is basically a JavaScript library used for building reusable UI components. React is a library for building composable user interfaces. It encourages the creation of reusable UI components which present data that changes over time. It basically is done using the components. Next, what is Redux? Redux is an open source JavaScript library for managing application state. So we are going to use that to make the state um, dependable, like to make the login state, the logout state, and also to make the state of the main component very reusable. So it is most commonly used with libraries such as React or Angular for building user interfaces. So next, what are we going to add in our platform? So first we are going to add a login page, and next we are going to add a home page, where in the home page there will be a navigation bar and then the image sliders to check the new upcoming movies or dramas, then recommend for viewers, where we are going to show you that we can make such things uh, as recommends for viewers, where you can check what are the new upcoming, then the what are the different categories, like for action, for comedy and such. So next, after that we are going to add a detail page where it will give each detail of each movie or drama. So we are going to integrate everything with Firebase. So let's start working on it. Yeah, so first we are going to make a new folder. Open folder, go to the new folder, and then we are going to name it platform for movies. Okay, so in that you will select it, then select folder. Yeah, after that we are going to use terminal. So new terminal. In this terminal we are going to go in that folder, the platform for movies, and in there we are going to put the following command: npx create a react app. Okay, and we are going to give the name of that react app, which will give like a different name. Let's give it scratch photos. Let's give it scratch. Yeah, scratch. So then we are going to press enter. So by pressing enter, it will just initialize the project and make the react project, where the javascript files will be there and css files, and it is a React.js is basically in a single component, in a single page. So it we are going to do that in a very simple process. So as this is a full stack, you will learn more. So now it is installing, and now our app is initialized. So next we are going to check if the code is working, the inbuilt code. So we are going to write, uh, we are going to cd scratch. We are going in the scratch folder, and then we are going to use yarn start to start the project. And the next we will see the initialized project. So in this local host 3000, we can see the React website. Yeah, here it is. So you can see this is the React website. So this is the inbuilt. So we are going to clean up the project. So for that, we are going to go in the source folder and remove this setup test and logo and delete it. Delete also the setup text. Then we will be going in the index.css, and from there select all and remove everything. After that, we are going in the app.js, and from here we are just going to remove this header. Yeah, and in place of header, and also remove and in place of header you are going to just give h1 tag, where the in that we are going to write uh, premium streaming platform for movies and dramas. And the next we are going to remove this, save it, and then go to app.css, select all, and then remove everything, so that all the css styling will be removed. And next we are going to check again for the, yeah, so now you can see that everything is removed, but there is something margin here from the top. So next, in the app.js, we can see there is report web vitals. So we are going to remove that, and then we are going to remove this report web vitals.js. Yeah, so now remove this import statement. Then hit Ctrl S. Then after that, after refreshing, yeah, we can see that everything is now from scratch. So we have completed the cleaning process. So now we'll be going in the index.css file, and then we are going to give some styling. So first we are going to, for sorry, HTML, we'll give scroll behavior smooth. Then after that, we are going to give for all box sizing as border box. Okay, next we are going to do styling for body, where the background color will be somewhat, mm, yeah, somewhat bluish. So let's check it. Control S, then say yeah. So this is the background color, and here is the H1, the heading. Then next we are going to give color for that font. So color will be somewhat white. So after, yeah, so you can see this is looking good. So next we are going to give the font family of a Veneer Roman, and sans serif. Then margin will be 0 and padding will be 0. So here is it. Now it's looking good. So now let's go to index CSS again, where for the link we will be giving the color of same of white, and also the text decoration will be none. Then we are going to give the styling for the media size. So @media only screen, and minimum width will be somewhat 768 pixels. Then body, where the body of the font size inside the body will be 16 px. Okay, then same only screen, and min width is 480 pixels, and if the max width is 768 pixels, then in body, then the body, I mean font size of the body, sorry, will be 15 pixels. Then after that, in medium only screen, and if that max width will be 479 pixels, then the font size in the body will be 14 pixels. Okay, so now everything is good. So as we can see here that while increasing and decreasing, yeah, it increases the font and decreases. Okay, so next, so now we are going in the app.js where we have given this h1 tag. So now we are going to make a login screen, a login page. So we are going to remove this h1 tag, and instead we are going to use router, React router, to route from one page to another, as we are using as we are going to make three pages like login, the home page and the detail page. So first we are going to make the login page. So for that we are going to use the React router. So for that we are going to download it or install it from terminal. So new terminal, cd scratch, and then we are going to give like npm npm no, we are going to use yarn. So yarn add, and then react router dom. Okay, now by pressing enter it will download it. So we are going to use here router, and inside router we are going to use switch, and in switch we are going to use route, where the exact path will be root. Okay, so in that we are going to create login screen. Okay, so we are going to import here, import browser browser router as router, and switch, and then route from react router dom. So now we have imported it, so there is no error. The login is not defined. So we are going to create the login page. So for that we are going to create a new folder here in the source. We'll give the name as component, and we are going to add components like login and etc. And here we are going to add a new file which will be login.js. Okay, and here it is created. So here we are going to use RFC, which is React Functional Export Component. uh, so after that we are just going to give here h1 tag and say this is the login page. It, so after control s, we are going to also make css file. So new file, login dot wait, I think we will be using style component. So first we are going to import it here. So let's import it. Yeah. So after pressing shift enter, yeah, it gives error because the CSS. So I was mistaken. Here in the login.css we are going to use RAFC, which gives the React arrow functional export component, which makes the constant. So here we are going to give props, not this dot props, only props. Yeah. So here we are going to give that h1 tag, which is login page. So here you can see this is the login page, as this is in the root path. Yeah. So as we are going to use style components, we are going to add it. So yarn add styled components. It will download it. So after installing it, by unpacking, we can use here. So import styled from styled component. Sorry. Import style from styled components, and after that you are going to use it. So we are going to give here container, and inside container we are going to give content, which will be a content, and next we are going to add that h1 tag, so which will be like login page. So after pressing enter, it will give the error. Okay, so we are going to make here uh, here we are going to use constant container. We are going to make container and give the styling. So styled dot section, add a, as we will be style it in the form of section. So inside this we are going to add overflow, which is hidden. I think we'll be using this. Yeah. What is this? Expected colon expected. What is okay? We are giving that style dot section. So we are going to add overflow as hidden in the style dot section, and next the same we are going to make constant content to make style dot div, where we are going to give somewhat position as related. will use colon and here. So after pressing Ctrl S, we can see that it gives the error that unexpected token. Okay, so I got it. This will come in, yeah. So yeah, so now we can see. Now we can style it. So here overflow is hidden. We can't scroll here. And next we are going to use display as flex. So flex to be the flexible display, and the flex direction will be column, and also the text align will give it in center, and we are going to give height of 100. So yeah, we can see it is in the center, it is given in column, and also the height is 100. So then we are going to do styling for content, where we will give some margin to the bottom. So margin bottom will be like 10 VW. And next we are going to give width as 100%, and mean height, minimum height will be, I'm sorry, will be 100 here. So after that we are going to give the box sizing as border box. Then justify content will give it in center. Then flex direction will be column, and we will give some padding with 80 pixels and 40 pixels, and height will be 100%. Yeah, 100%. So we will see that everything is working. Yeah, so now it is in the center, and as we can see, it gives a good look. So next we are going to make the content. Yeah, so we want it in this in the center, so we are going to use align item, center. I think something is missing. We have given it as 80% in the height is also. Yeah, so first we are just going to add the background image. So for the background image, we are going to make a new folder in the public as images. I have the folder, we are just going to place it here. So this folder, I'm going to paste it in public, yeah, which is named as assets, and in assets there are images and videos. So first we are going to give here the component of background image, and we will just style it. So bg image style dot img. Mm, yeah. So the background image, let's give it in the div tag. Yeah. So next we are going to just add the background image. Yeah, will be URL which is in assets, then images, and then login background.jpg. Yeah, so let's refresh it. So something, let's give it a height of 100%. Yeah, see, so now you can see it's visible here. So as we move move the screen or increase the size of the screen, it gives a more bigger look because of the media size we have given, the max width and min width. Yeah. So next we will just style it by giving the background position to the top, and also the background size as cover to cover the full area by the whole image. And next we are going to use background repeat to no repeat, as it should not repeat. So next we are going to use position as absolute so that it can be at the background and not overlooking. So next the top will be 0. Yeah, the top will be 0, and also the right will be 0, and the left will be 0 to place it in the center, and we will give the z index to -1, sorry, -1, to place it at the bottommost part. Yeah, so you can see by giving the z index -1, when the login page comes up to the background image. So as we make the size of the image bigger, it gives the whole view, and also it retracts. Yeah. Yeah, so after background we are going to get here a different image which will give the basic premium pack, premium source, that you can take the premium from these apps also. So let's first give it here a component. So here we will use somewhat like text, we will text CTA component. So inside that we are going to use CTA logo 1, and we will just give the source. Okay, so in source we are going to give the image that we have. So in the assets, then assets, then images, and in the images the name is CTA logo 1 dot svg. Yeah, so we will give alt alternate name and CTA logo. Okay, so we will press Ctrl C, and so we can see that city is not defined and CTA logo is not defined. So we are going to give constant CTA style dot div, and yeah, same, we are going to use constant CTA logo 1, where style dot image, and hit Ctrl F. Yeah, so you can see this is the image. You can watch those movies or dramas here also, like such. So next, we will just be styling it. So in the CTA we just give the max width of 650 pixels, and we are going to use width of 100%, and display will be flex, and the flex direction will be a column. So yeah, so now we can see, yeah, wait, yeah, it's contrasting. So let's give the styling for image. CTA is working. So next we will give the margin bottom as 12 pixels, and also the max width as 600 pixels, and then mean height as 1 pixel, and also the display will be in the block, and we will give the width as 100% to get the full view. So yeah, when we refresh it we can see Yeah. Mm. Yeah, so let's start making the here sign up text. So to make it to the center, I've given just the display as flexible. So now we're going to make the login button here. So for that we are going to just add below the city logo one, just sign up. Okay. Yeah, inside that we will make the content as get all there. Let's make it all uppercase. So get all there. Yeah, so let's make it a component here. So use constant sign up is equal to styled dot a, as it will be a link. The button will be a link. So next we will, yeah, it's coming here. So let's give it a styling. We will first give the background color as somewhat green. Yeah, it's somewhat blue. But we want, yeah, it's fine. So next we will just give the color of the font as, yeah, the font will be off white. Next we are going to use font weight as bold, and then margin bottom as 12 pixels, and then width will be 100%, and after that the letter spacing between the font will be 1.5 pixels. uh, yeah, and the font size will be 18 pixels, and padding will be 16.5 pixels and 0. Yeah, so you can see the padding is 16.5 and there is 0. So next we are going to give the border, which will be 1 pixel, and solid, and the color transfer, yeah, and also the border radius will give somewhat 5 pixels. Yeah, now it looks good. Yeah, so next we are going to give the hover effect. So for that we are going to use and colon hover, and then give the background color of Yeah, so somewhat opacity will be bluish. So as we hover it, it changes the color. Yeah, so we have created a button. So now we will give the description below the sign up button. Description one comment. Yeah. Uh, oh man. Yeah. So now we will give the description as this. Okay. So then we will just style it, and it needs styling. So we'll go down and then constant description, and then style dot div. Let's give it a paragraph. So style dot p. Yeah. So we can see here is the description. So we will style it by giving the color but as hue, saturation, lighting, and alpha. So we will give this as hue will be 0, saturation will be 0%, and lighting will be 95.3%, and will give alpha as 1. Yeah, so after that we can see that it gives a good result here. So next we are going to give the font size. Font size as 11 pixels. 11 pixels. And then margin will be 0, 0 and 24 pixels, and line height will be 1.5, and next the letter spacing will be 1.5 pixels. Let's save it. Yeah, letter spacing is also good. Then line height is also enough. The font size is 11, and the margin is also here 24 and 00. Okay, so next we need a second logo here down. So we will use another component of CTA logo 2. The CTA logo 2, below the description, logo 2. Wait a minute. So we will give the source and assets, images slash CTA logo 2, dot png. Okay, and we will give alternate name as CTA logo 2. Then we will style it here, constant CTA logo 2 styled dot image. And next, let's give the, yeah, so we can see here the image is there. So we will give the styling. So max width will be 600 px, and we will give the margin to the bottom as 20 pixels, and we will give the display as inline block. And then next we will give the vertical align to bottom. Okay, and we'll give width as 100%. Okay, so let's refresh it. Yeah, so now we can see, yeah, this is the full size. So it's in the center. We have a logo here. We have the button where the hover effect is there, and also we get the premium membership to Raya and the Last Dragon for an additional fee with Disney Plus subscription as of 326.21 price, and the Disney bundle will increase by $1. And also there is this image which makes it special to make the Disney plus Pixar plus Marvel plus Star Wars plus National Geographic. So we have done with our logo login screen. So now we are going to add a header uh, which will be fixed here. When we are going to log in, it will show here in the header just a login button, and after we logged in, that same header, it will give the different, which will give the navigation as the home and the categories and stuff. So we are going to build a header. For that we are going to import, make a new file, a new component, name header. In header we are going to use RAFCE. In that we will just import styled from styled components, and then we will just give here h1. That h1 tag will give the name header. Okay, and next we will just go to the app.js, and after the router we will use header component. Okay, we have given the header component before the switch so that it will be fixed and become globally for a project, and the rest will be switched. Okay, so in the head, now we will go in the header there, so we can see header. We will see in the next part. So we have imported styled, and so first we are going to do some checks. So now we are going to return a nav component. Nav, yeah. So in nav we are going to add a logo, yeah, and in logo we are going to import add image, which will be a logo. So that image has a source of assets, images, and then let's first check for, so the first we need to mm, yeah, so nav is not defined, logo is not defined. So first we need to make a new constant for that. So constant nav style dot div div tag, and inside that we will give first position as fixed, and then we will give the background color of stack 090. Yeah, so yeah, it also says logo is not defined, so we will also make constant logo styled dot a, which is, will we take it as link. So we will save it. After saving, yeah, there is a logo. Okay, but we need it as a transparent. First we will just make it transparent. Yeah, so now it's transparent. So first we are going to style it perfectly. For now it is fixed, and the background color is also given, so we'll make it at the top. So top 0, and left is also 0, right 0, then height 70 pixels. Yeah, so it's 70. And next we are going to make display as flexible. So display flex, then justify content, will give space between. Okay, space between, and then align, will align the items to the center, and then we will give padding with 0 and 36 pixels, and we will give letter spacing as 16 pixels, and we will give z index as 3. Save it, and so the align items are in the center, so everything is perfect till now. So we will make the logo look good. So in that link we will give first padding of 0. Yeah. And next we will give display as an inline block. Then we will give width of 80 pixels and margin top. So margin to the top with only the 4 pixels margin, and we give the max height of that logo as 70 pixels, and the font size we will give as 0. Yeah. After that we will give for the image also, so that image will have the display as block. Then we will give width of 100%. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see that the logo is, yeah. Yeah, now it looks good. uh, can we try to make it, sorry, more large? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, it's good. So next, after logo, yeah, so now we are going to add a login button here. So for that we will we will make it after your login logo a login. Okay. And in login, we are here, we can give the text login. Okay, so it gives the error that login is not defined, so we'll make here a constant. So constant login is equal to style dot, we will basically make the login as a link. So style dot a, then we will give the background color of using the RGBA, and then we will give a 0, 0, 0 and 0.6. Yeah, so here you can see there is a black, somewhat black color, and also the login which we have written at Cameo. Then we will give the padding of 8 pixels and 16 pixels. Yeah, so after that we are going to give a text transform to make it uppercase. So uppercase. Yeah, so after that we'll be giving a letter spacing of 1.5 pixels. Yeah, so it has been contrasted. Yeah, so next we will be giving a border of 1 px, 1 pixel solid, and somewhat of white color. So F9, F9. Yeah, so it gives nice look. Then we will give the border radius of 5 pixels. Yeah, there it goes. And we will give a transition all to all with 0.2 seconds each transition of 0 seconds. And after that we will give the hover effect. So and hover, we will give the background color of white. F9, F9. Yeah. Then next we will give the color of the text as black. We will give it black, and we will give the border color border color as transparent. So as we hover here, the background color goes transparent, the color becomes black of the font, and the whole color of the button becomes white. So we will also give, after hovering, the cursor of pointer. So as we cursor on, it gives the pointer. Yeah, so we have made a login screen. So in the next part we will be making the home screen, where the header, in the header, the home, all the navigation items will be there, and I'll be showing you the trick that how to make the website compatible with both, with every tablet, tablet, desktop and mobiles. So thank you.